So hey guys, welcome back to a new video of HTML series. Today we are going to learn about HTML CSS. Okay, so before going further, let's take a theoretical approach about CSS. Okay, that what is CSS is. Okay, so basically CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, and it is a style sheet language that is used to format the layout of a web page. Okay, basically you can say that CSS is a language that is responsible to control the whole texture of a web page, like you can say changing background colors, changing font size, and whatever they are. And here you can say that with CSS you can control the color, font size, and the text. Okay, and the spacing between elements, how elements are positioned and laid out in the web page. Okay, and what background images or background colors to be used, and different displays for different devices and screen sizes. Okay, and much more. Basically, the one point should be noted here that what this point mean here: different displays for different devices and screen sizes. Okay. So guys, nowadays we are seeing that many websites on the internet are opening on mobile phones rather than computers. Okay, and so in order to make our website very responsive in nature, so we have to use CSS to make website as responsive. So basically CSS helps a lot in to make our website responsive. Okay, basically many developers uses frameworks like Bootstraps. Okay, but nowadays CSS is very popular, so CSS updates now very popular, so we can use CSS also to make our website responsive. Okay, so now see that how to implement CSS in our web pages. Okay, so there are three ways to apply CSS in our document. Okay, the first one is internal method, and the second one is external method, and the third one is inline method. Okay guys, so basically in first method we will use a style tag in between the head section of our document. Okay, and in the second method we will use a link tag to link external CSS file, and in third method we will use a style attribute in the elements. Okay, don't worry about that, we will do a practical later. Now see a syntax of this. Okay, of CSS. This is your guys basically a selector. Okay, this tells that to which element I want to apply a CSS property. So okay, and after that we will use a curly brackets, and between them we will use a syntax here like a property value, and we will separate them by colons and semicolons. Okay, so I here describe two properties. The first one is color and the second one is font size. Okay, and okay, so now guys, let's do a practical, that how to implement CSS in practical way. So now guys, let's know CSS practically. So basically first we will know that how to implement CSS in our document. So here I describe three ways. The first one is internal, and the second one is inline, and the third one is external. Okay, guys, so firstly we will see that how to implement CSS in a document. Okay, so we will use firstly how to use inline method. So okay, so basically I heard describe a paragraph. Okay, I here written a paragraph, a small paragraph, and in that paragraph I want to apply an inline method. Okay, so basically in inline method we will here a style attribute. Okay, see style attribute. Now in style attribute I will introduce a property here that is color. Okay, COLOR. Okay, color, and the value of color is suppose blue. Okay, so basically this is your inline method. Okay, that tells inline method. Okay, the first is inline. Okay, and in that paragraph I use the inline method here. Okay, to use inline method we have to introduce a style attribute first, and then after we will use the property and value. Okay, so now guys, let's see the output, but how it's look like. See, it is not working here. What's the problem there? Okay, now see, okay, not working. What's wrong with this? Color, COLOUR, color blue. Okay, now it is working here. See here guys, the color is now blue. Okay. Basically here I use the inline method of CSS, and in that method I declared a property that is called color, and that property value is blue. Okay. So basically this property is doing that what? It is changing the color of this paragraph. Okay. And see here the paragraph color is changed now. It is now blue from black. Okay. So now it is your inline method. Now let's see the internal method. Okay. Now so to use internal method I have to introduce here a style tag. Okay. Between the head section. Okay. Between the head section I have to introduce a style tag STY. Okay. And between the style tag I have to introduce a CSS property like this. Okay. Now to which element I want to apply a CSS property? I want to apply a CSS property to a paragraph tag. Okay. So I will use a selector property here to use paragraph. See, I want to apply a CSS property to a paragraph tag. So now I will declare a paragraph tag here. Okay. Then after that we will use a curly brackets. Then in that I will declare a property. Okay, that is called color. And now the value, that is red. Okay. Now this is your internal method. Okay, internal method. So I will going to delete this method. Now the internal method is used to change the color of this paragraph. Okay. Now see guys, the color will going to red here. See, the color is changed now. Okay. Okay. So two methods are completed here. Now see the external method. Okay. To use external method, I have to make another CSS file here. See, plain text. Select the language from here. That is called our CSS language, and save this file. That is called save as, and name it like a style. Okay. Style.css. Okay. Now our file is saved now. Okay. Now put this code in that file. Okay. Put this code in this file. Okay. Now I am changing the color of this paragraph, red to orange. Okay. And save it. Now I want to use this CSS file in our document page. So I will introduce here, delete this method first. So now I will use a link tag here to link that CSS file. Okay, in our document. Okay. No mistake. That is link tag. Okay. Now in that method I will write a destination of this file. Okay. See, this is your link tag. Basically it is used to link the CSS file in our document. Okay. See, type text/CSS. Okay. Now in this attribute I have to written the address of this file. Okay. So basically see the address of this file, where it is stored. See here guys, I have written a destination of that file where I had stored that file, that's called CSS. Okay, CSS file. Go to C directory, then after go to users, then after go to Dheeraj Yadav, that's my PC name, then after go to desktop, then after the file name, that is called style.css. Okay, see first guys, that is my file, style.css. Okay, so now file is linked now. Let's see the output guys. See, the color is changed now from blue to orange. Okay, so our method is working now. So basically we have covered three methods. The first one is inline, the second one is internal, and the third one is external method. Okay, in the external method we have created a separate file of CSS and link that file to our document through a link tag. Okay, now guys practice. Now let's practice some CSS properties. Okay, the first one is color. Okay, the color property is this. Okay, color, that is called orange. Okay, so basically the color property we have already practiced. Now let's learn about background color. Okay, so background color. Okay, so in that body tag. Okay, so now make an attribute here that is called style attribute. Okay, and between them declare a background color property. Okay, BACK background color. Okay, and declare a value here that is called red. Okay, so basically to apply a background color I used a style attribute in the background tag. Okay, I use a style attribute in the background tag. Okay, and between them I declared a background color property and the value of the property. Okay, so now let's see the output of this. Okay, how it is looking. See, now the background color is changed. Okay, so basically it is your background color property. Now you learn two properties, the color and the second one is background color. Now let's see the font size property. Okay, now I want to change this font to italic. Okay, so what we'll use in between the semicolon, between the curly braces, I will introduce here font. Okay, font style. The value is italic. Okay, now see the font size of this paragraph, the font style of this paragraph is now changed. See, it is changed now. It changed to italic. Okay, now let's see the fourth one, that is called font size. Now I want to change the font size of this paragraph. So basically I will declare that property here, font size. Okay, now I want to 50 pixels. Okay, now the text font size will be converted to 50 pixels. Okay, now see. Okay guys, so now let's see another property that is called left margin and right margin. Okay, basically this property is used to give the margins. Okay, suppose I want to give the margin to this paragraph from left 10 pixels. Suppose I want to what I'm saying, that suppose I want to give the margin to this paragraph from left. Okay, from left, that is called 10 pixels. Okay, so let's declare the margin now. Suppose I want to give left margin left margin. Okay, margin left. Suppose 50 pixels. Okay, now see the margin is now, so the margin is used here, that is 50 pixels, means the paragraph will shift a little bit. Okay, from the left side, and now I want to shift that paragraph from right side also, so I will use here margin right. Okay, right. Suppose I want to give 500 pixels. Okay, now see the paragraph will shift from right. Now see the paragraph is shifted now from right. Suppose I want to give 1000 pixels. See, not working. Okay, guys, it is working here. That so I have to shift that paragraph from right side, so I have to delete this property here. Now let's see, it is working here now. It is shifted from right side, okay. That is 100 pixels, okay, from right side. Suppose I want to give 1000 pixels, so it will shift a little bit or more. Okay, now the space between from right side is 1000 pixels, okay. So now use another property here that is called height and width. Okay, so guys, to use these properties I have to introduce a new tag here for you that is called div element, okay. div, okay, that is called div element. So now suppose, first of all delete this property, okay. Suppose guys, I want to make a rectangle here of 100 by 100, okay. Suppose I want to make a rectangle here of 100 by 100, okay. So now I will use a div element here, okay. So in CSS file, declare a new selector here that is called div element, okay. After that use curly braces, then in between them declare a height and width of the div element, okay. HEIT, height. Suppose height is 100 pixel and WID, width, okay. Width also 100 pixels, okay. Now see the output. A rectangle is ready now, okay. I want to color the rectangle also, that what the color should be have of its border. Suppose I want to give 2 pixel as well, it is solid blue, okay. Now see guys, it is working here. So our rectangle is ready now of 100 by 100. Suppose I want to change the height and width of, see guys, okay. Suppose I want to change the height and width of this rectangle. So from here change the height and pixels, okay. Give it 500 and give it also 500. Now see the output here. It changed to 500 and 500, okay. Now guys, let's see another property that is border and that is padding. So now the property border is also used here. See, this is your border property, okay. And the rest one is padding, okay. See, padding. Suppose I want to give a padding of 200 pixels, 200, okay. Now to use this property I have to declare something here. Suppose declare something, whatever you want. Now see the output. See, this is the gap is called padding. So today guys, what we have learned that how to use CSS. So basically a little bit intro about CSS. Okay guys, so goodbye, take care, see you in next video.